morning and welcome to The World Today. I'm Hona, live from Beijing. Our top story, President Xi Jinping has met with his Venezuelan counterpart Nicolas Maduro, who is on a state visit to China. On Wednesday, the two leaders announced the elevation of the China-Venezuela relationship to an all-weather strategic partnership.
During their talks, President Xi Jinping noted that in recent years, China and Venezuela have undergone extraordinary development, offering each other staunch support amidst international upheavals and forming a rock-solid friendship. He said China will continue to firmly support Venezuela in maintaining its sovereignty, dignity, and social stability, and its just cause against external interference. Xi added that China is willing to share its experience with Venezuela and support the country in economic zone development. The Chinese president also mentioned that next year will mark the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between the two countries. He said China is willing to enhance cultural exchanges, support Mandarin teaching in Venezuela, and strengthen media cooperation. President Maduro thanked China for its support and assistance, particularly during Venezuela's struggles with sanctions and the COVID-19 pandemic. Maduro said that his state visit to China and the elevation of relations is historically significant and will usher in a new era in relations between the two countries. After the talks, both leaders witnessed the signing of multiple bilateral cooperation documents in areas such as the Belt and Road Initiative, trade, education, tourism, science, health, aerospace, and civil aviation. A joint statement was issued on the establishment of an all-weather strategic partnership between China and Venezuela.
Chinese authorities are briefing the media on issues of the working guidance of the CPC Central Committee and the State Council to support Fujian Province. Let's go live to the sea.
Now, I want to give the floor to Mr. Pan Xianzhang. Friends from the media, good morning. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. I believe that you all have with you the circular by the CPC Central Committee and the State Council on supporting Fujian and exploring a new path for cross-strait integrated development and building a demonstration zone for cross-strait integrated development. Today, I would like to brief you the context and significance of this circular. Situated across a strait, Fujian is geographically close to Taiwan and its people share close bonds with Taiwanese compatriots. Therefore, it is uniquely positioned to carry out work on Taiwan. General Secretary Xi Jinping and the Party Central Committee values the unique role Fujian plays on our Thai-related work. Amid unprecedented changes in the global landscape and with a view to advancing national rejuvenation, the Party Central Committee will support Fujian in exploring a new path toward cross-strait integrated development and building a demonstration zone for it. As part of the efforts to deepen cross-strait integrated development and cement the foundation for peaceful reunification. In 2019, in his speech at the meeting marking the 40th anniversary of the issuance of the message to compatriots in Taiwan, General Secretary Xi Jinping stressed the importance of deepening integrated development for the two sides and cementing the foundation for peaceful reunification. In March 2019 and March 2021, General Secretary Xi Jinping made important instructions on deepening such integration. He instructed Fujian to play a demonstrative role on promoting integrated development. On an inspection tour in 2021 in Fujian, he requested Fujian to promote integration through connectivity, benefit sharing, and emotional bonding, and to take greater strides on promoting integrated development. In the 20th Party Congress report, General Secretary Xi Jinping once again emphasized the importance to continue promoting economic and cultural exchanges and cooperation across the strait and advancing integrated development in all fields. Our Taiwan Work Office, the NDRC, together with relevant departments in Fujian Province, will continue to work under the guidance of Xi Jinping's thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics for the new era, grasp the guiding principles of the 20th Party Congress, and act on the approach on Taiwan in the new era. We have faithfully delivered on General Secretary Xi Jinping's important instructions on Taiwan and on Fujian's work. In line with the 14th Five-Year Plan, we have adopted this circular to support Fujian in exploring a new path for integrated development and for building a demonstration zone. In order to deepen cross-strait integration and advance reunification, this circular has made clear the role, mission, and task of Fujian. It is designed to meet the call for peace, development, exchanges, and cooperation of people from both sides of the strait. The goal is to build a demonstrative zone in Fujian and make the province the first choice destination for Taiwan residents and enterprises to pursue development on the mainland. The key is to support Fujian in harnessing its unique advantages and pioneering role, improve policy measures to support integration, and give equal treatment for Taiwanese compatriots and companies in order to give greater benefits to Taiwanese compatriots so that they can feel that integration leads to better welfare and a greater sense of affinity. Thank you. I'll give the floor to Mr. Cong Liang.
Xinhua News Agency has been authorized to publish the circular. Here I would like to give you a brief introduction of the circular. The circular is a major initiative to implement General Secretary Xi Jinping's important exposition on Taiwan in the spirit of the 20th CPC National Congress. The circular states that we have always respected, cared, and generated benefits for Taiwan compatriots, highlighting the promotion of integration through communication, benefits, and people-to-people exchanges to take advantage of the Fujian's location. We will improve the systems and policies for enhancing the well-being of Taiwan compatriots and striving to build a demonstration zone for cross-strait integrated development in the whole of Fujian. There are 3 aspects and 6 highlights. The first, promote integration through connectivity to provide enough funding to promote the infrastructure between Fujian and Taiwan to be as connected as possible, build multi-dimensional comprehensive channels and hubs to Taiwan, further open up channels connecting Fujian and Taiwan with other mainland regions, improve regional logistics and distribution system. The second is to further upgrade and increase the passenger and cargo routes between Fujian and Taiwan, Kinmen and Matsu, create more convenient conditions and a more relaxed environment for personnel exchanges, to encourage more Taiwan compatriots who have never been to the mainland to visit and take a look in Fujian to understand the real development of the mainland. Second, promote integration through benefits. It also contains and work here to make their life here more convenient, increase their social participation. And we welcome more Taiwan students, teachers, physicians, and professionals to come to Fujian and realize more exciting career paths than their dreams. Secondly, we will continue to optimize the business environment for Taiwan, support more Taiwan compatriots and companies to participate in industrial cooperation and scientific and technological cooperation. In particular, welcome the majority of Taiwan's agricultural and fishery industries and small SMEs to develop here to enjoy the opportunities. In terms of people-to-people exchanges, first, we will deepen social and people-to-people exchanges and cooperation, support civil organizations, think tanks, and religious circles on both sides to carry out regular exchanges, encourage compatriots on both sides to pass on the fine traditional Chinese culture and continuously expand the circle of friends and careers of young people, to promote cultural integration and development. Secondly, we'll support the whole province of Fujian in giving full play to their own advantages in exchanges and cooperation with Taiwan, encouraging Xiamen and Fuzhou to deepen their integrated development with Kinmen and Matsu, speed up the opening up and development of Pingtang Comprehensive Development Experimental Zone, and push forward integrated cross-strait development in other parts of the Fujian province. Next, we will take into account the development of cross-strait relations and the reality of integrated development of Fujian and Taiwan, adhere to the problem-oriented approach, start with the easy and then the difficult, step by step, to continuously and gradually push forward the introduction and implementation of supporting documents, highlighting early and pilot implementation, and continue to release more policy dividends. Next, let's give the floor to Mr. Luo Dongchuan. Now, I'd like to share with friends from media how Fujian is promoting integrated development with Taiwan. Fujian, which is separated from Taiwan across the ocean, the nearest points of the two are only 68 kilometers. Fujian is the ancestral home of the majority of Taiwan compatriots. 80% of Taiwan compatriots come from Fujian. You can look at the historical documents. Many of them transferred to Taiwan from Fuzhou and Quanzhou. Therefore, the people of Fujian and Taiwan are connected by blood and share a natural sense of affinity. We often say that people across the two straits are a family. While working in Fujian, General Secretary Xi Jinping highly valued promoting integrated development of Fujian and Taiwan, and he personally led the important practice of integrated development by rolling out important measures regarding work on Taiwan. In recent years, Fujian province has always borne in mind its mandate, resolutely implemented the party's overall strategy for resolving the Taiwan question in the new era, pushed forward people-to-people exchanges, build the first-choice destination for Taiwan compatriots and enterprises, laying a solid foundation for building a demonstration zone for integrated development. There are four aspects in this regard. First, Fujian has seen the most active cross-strait people-to-people exchanges. Every year, more than 200 exchanges events linking clansmen, town people, in-laws, and people with the same beliefs are held on a regular basis. The Straits Forum, the largest cross-strait civilian exchange platform, has been held 15 times and attracted a total of 340,000 participants offline. It's warmly received by compatriots on both sides, making the compatriots closer and closer. Secondly, Fujian is becoming a sweet home for compatriots across the strait. It has taken the lead in releasing a list of 225 items of equal treatment and has built up a relatively complete system of policies to benefit Taiwan compatriots. Thousands of Taiwan compatriots are working and studying in Fujian. 5 years after we started water supply to Kinmen, we've supplied in total 30 million tons of water. Every day it's 20,000 tons. Promising prospects of integrated development are warmly received by people in Kinmen. Pingtang is fully implementing the strategy of one island, two windows, and 3 districts. In conjunction with the implementation of the new round of overall development plan, striving to build a happy and livable home for compatriots on both sides. Thirdly, Fujian has built the most convenient channel for cross-strait people-to-people exchanges. It has taken the lead in realizing full coverage of direct flights to and from Taiwan's major ports, opened 17 regular sea and air routes with a peak of 430 flights per week. Fujian has built the most convenient and economical sea and air multidimensional channel with 3 direct links in mail, transport, and trade with both air and sea routes. Fourthly, Fujian is strengthening cross-strait economic and trade cooperation. There are more than 10,000 Taiwan enterprises in the province, with the actual use of Taiwan capital exceeding $32 billion. Trade volume between Fujian and Taiwan exceeds 1.4 trillion RMB yuan. The actual use of Taiwan capital and the annual number of new Taiwan-funded enterprises rank among the top among mainland provinces and cities. 18 national cross-level industrial cooperation parks are located all over the province, and the integration of the Taiwan Fujian supply and industrial chains in the areas of electronic and information, petroleum and chemical industry, and so on is further deepened. Next, Fujian will study and implement the spirit of General Secretary Xi Jinping's important instructions on work related to Taiwan, fully implement the decision-making and deployment of the CPC Central Committee, and also implement the circular. We will not be afraid to accept the idea of responsibility, take the lead in rolling out pilot measures, and to generate more substantive progress. We will work step by step to turn the grand blueprint drawn by General Secretary into a beautiful reality, shouldering our responsibility and making more contributions by giving full play to the strength of Fujian for exploring a new road of cross-strait integrated development. Next, let's take some questions. Thank you, CCTV. My question is, in March 2021, while inspecting Fujian, General Secretary Xi Jinping said that Fujian need to make bigger strides in exploring integrated development and to promote integration through connectivity benefits and people-to-people exchanges. So what are these reflected in the circular?
In drawing up the circular, our Taiwan Work Office, the NDRC, relevant departments, and the Fujian province have acted on the important instructions of General Secretary Xi Jinping. We have factored in the foundation of Fujian on its work with Taiwan to ensure that we faithfully deliver on the instructions in all areas. First, greater strides on connectivity. Over the years, we have advanced connectivity of water, electricity, gas, and bridges between Kinmen and Mazu with coastal areas of Fujian. In the circular, it is said that it is important to facilitate infrastructure connectivity and explore collaborative programs of infrastructure development between Xiamen and Kinmen to support Pingtan experimental area and opening up on all fronts to Taiwan and encouraging businesses, academia, and research institutes in adopting common standards in order to facilitate Taiwanese compatriots and businesses to come to Fujian. Second, greater strides on delivering benefits. The circular have absorbed previous policy measures. We have enacted the following policies, including on adopting special measures on easing market access, expanding recognition of vocational qualification scope, providing facilitation to Taiwanese in agriculture and fishing industries on land use, financing and market expansion, support for Kinmen and Mazu residents to enjoy residential treatment in Xiamen and Fujian. We will conduct pilot programs for Taiwanese to establish broadcasting or TV producing companies in Fujian. To cap it all, we will encourage Taiwanese to come, to stay, to integrate, and to thrive. Third, greater strides in deepening people-to-people exchanges. Over the years, Fujian and Taiwan have forged affinity by way of familial and marital ties and through their common folk religion. We will further leverage the advantages of Quanzhou and Zhangzhou as Hokkien language areas and to build a Minnan cultural exchange center. We will support Longyan and Sanming in leveraging their advantages as cultural origin of Hakka and create new measures going forward for cultural exchanges. We will encourage compatriots on both sides of the strait to carry forward the Chinese tradition and protect the Chinese tradition. I read from media reports that there are 3 characteristics in the circular. It has exuded a sense of confidence, a sense of affinity, and a sense and a slew of concrete actions. Through this, by implementing this circular, will further facilitate people-to-people interaction, trade and investment, and expand exchanges and cooperation so that people on both sides of the strait will have a greater sense of affinity. Thank you. Next question, please. Business environment is an important part of governance. It has also drawn the attention of Taiwanese compatriots and companies. Could you elaborate on business environment in Fujian and how, according to the circular, will you encourage more Taiwanese compatriots and companies to participate in bettering the environment?
Thank you for your question. In recent years, Fujian has conscientiously studied and implemented General Secretary Xi Jinping's important exposition on upgrading the business environment, focused on building an effective market and a government to create benefits to enterprises and people, and made every effort to create a first-class, market-oriented international business environment featuring rule of law and convenience. And we've constantly improved the service for enterprises and people. In terms of serving enterprises, we fully implemented the negative list for market access, took the lead in evaluating the efficiency of market access. We rolled out the regulations on optimizing the business environment in Fujian province, accelerated the building of Maritime Silk Road Central Legal District, creatively launched the digital monitoring and supervision mechanism of business environment, and managed to break down hidden barriers to provide for various business entities, including Taiwan-funded enterprises, a fair, transparent, predictable, and competitive investment environment. Currently, it takes only 1 working day to start a company. The number of enterprises of various ownership in Fujian province has increased from 1.4 million at the end of 2012 to 7.47 million now. In terms of serving the people, we will fully utilize digitalization, focus on strengthening the digital support capacity of the business environment, build an integrated online government service platform covering 5 levels from the province to the village, and improve government service level from getting things done on one website to getting things easily done on one website, sharing data across platforms so as to save people's efforts. At present, 98.5% of government affairs services in the province can be handled online. We have deepened the reform of integrated service and strive to achieve one-time completion of government affairs. The e-government self-service model has been popularized throughout the country, creating a 24-hour self-service area and a 15-minute convenience service circle for government services. Thanks to a conducive business environment and the hardworking spirit of the Fujian people, Fujian's economic and social development has made new historical achievements. In 2022, the province's regional GDP reached 5.3 trillion yuan, ranking 8th in the country. Next, we will continue to encourage Taiwan compatriots and enterprises to participate in building a market-oriented, rule-based, and convenient first-class business environment, improve the coordination and the linkage mechanism for the protection of the rights and interests of Taiwan compatriots and enterprises, establish and improve communication channels between government and businesses. I sincerely hope that more Taiwan compatriots and enterprises will come to Fujian to seek opportunities, feeling rest assured, jointly promote the modernization of governance system and governance capacity, jointly improve the business environment, and jointly create a world-class business environment. Thank you.
谢谢主持人。南方日报南方家记者提问：早在2001年起，小三通就正式启动，为台胞往来大陆提供了很多便利。未来在推动民台运动信通、畅通台胞往来通道等方面有何工作考虑？谢谢。
So, what are the considerations of the circular in further facilitating communication?
在促进两岸民众交流往来方面，确实发挥了积极的作用。
I'll take the question.
在推动闽台
The three direct links has played an important role.
进一步提出了4个方面。
And the circular has proposed 4 more aspects in promoting communication and connectivity. First, in terms of smoother economic and trade cooperation, we will continue to strengthen the construction of major logistics infrastructures such as logistic hubs and strive to improve basic guarantee for economic and trade cooperation, focusing on industries that have a significant impact on integrated development. We have formulated special measures for market access, and we encourage Fujian Pilot Zone to expand its pilot program to Taiwan, further support the creative development of small-scale trade with Taiwan, and actively explore systems and policies to promote smooth economic and trade cooperation. In terms of infrastructure connectivity, in recent years, we've actively promoted the planning and construction of Fujian's transportation infrastructure, built a comprehensive multidimensional network. Fujian has the engineering and the technical capacity to build a high-speed corridor, and we have a foundation for improving infrastructure connectivity. At present, we are working hard trying to increase connectivity, trying to make it a reality that people can cross the strait by high-speed railway at an early date and promote more goods from Taiwan to reach the Eurasian market by China-Europe trains so as to better benefit compatriots on both sides of the strait. In terms of energy connectivity, at present the mainland has built the largest energy system in the world, and the achievements of green energy transformation have attracted worldwide attention. The scale of hydropower, wind power, and PV power generation has ranked first in the world for many years, and we have the most advanced wind power PV production capacity and a transmission technology. In particular, clean energy in Fujian province is developed rapidly, and the offshore shoal in southern Fujian is suitable for offshore wind power development, which has the conditions for large-scale transmission of green power to Taiwan. We are ready to strengthen cross-strait energy cooperation and promote the green energy transformation and development of energy. Connectivity and industrial standards. In recent years, we've stepped up efforts to promote activity in this regard and compiled 99 cross-strait common standards in the field of cold chain logistics, senior care, food safety, etc. to provide multifunctional and one-stop standardized comprehensive services for small and medium-sized enterprises. The circular proposes to build a cross-strait common standard for industries, universities, research centers, and enterprises across the strait. We will focus on areas such as people's livelihood and well-being for the strength and the function of common standards, and to provide more standardized and more digitalized information services for people across the strait. Thank you. Xiamen and Kinmen are the forefront of cross-strait exchanges. So, what are the arrangements for deepening the integrated development of Xiamen and Kinmen in the circular? Moreover, Fuzhou, Pingtan, and other cities in Fujian also have their own characteristics in carrying out exchanges with Taiwan. So, how will the circular promote the other places to participate in the integrated development between Taiwan and Fujian? Thank you for your question. The circular proposes to support Fujian's, the whole province, to promote the construction of a demonstration zone. We will guide Xiamen, Fuzhou, and Pingtan comprehensive experimental zone and other areas with good conditions and outstanding advantages to take the lead in pioneering and encourage other areas to participate in the practice in a targeted manner, given their own conditions. We have three major measures. The first is to deepen the integrated development of Xiamen and Kinmen, support Xiamen to carry out comprehensive reform pilot projects. We will give greater autonomy in the reform of key areas and key links by authorizing a list of inventories at one time. Will comprehensively deepen reform and opening up between Xiamen and Kinmen, deepen their exchanges and cooperation. The two cities are geographically adjacent. We will promote equal treatment for people in the areas, and we will strive to create a life circle between the two cities, explore the mode of Xiamen-Kinmen cooperation in building infrastructure, accelerate the promotion of electricity, gas, and bridges construction between the two cities, and support Kinmen to share the new Xiamen airport. The second is to support the integrated development of Fuzhou and Matsu. The exchanges between the two cities are very close, and many consultation meetings have been held. Many consensuses have been reached. We'll build a life circle in the two cities to treat residents equally, and will establish a Fuzhou-Matsu Industrial Cooperation Park, promote innovation and integration in cultural tourism and marine industries, attract Taiwan compatriots and enterprises to participate in the development of Fuzhou's digital economy, and continue to promote the water supply, electricity, and gas supply, and building bridges between the two cities. The third is to speed up the opening and development of Pingtan Comprehensive Experimental Zone. Recently, Pingtan has anchored the strategic strategy of one island, two windows, and three districts, and comprehensively strengthened economic, social, and cultural exchanges with the theme of convenient communication and deep integration. We will support Pingtan to accelerate all-round opening to Taiwan, build more convenient cross-strait communication channels, and build a more convenient channel, more free and convenient policy systems. We'll also deepen cross-strait cultural exchanges and grassroots governance cooperation. Furthermore, we will also work on market access regarding information services and other industries. We'll also explore accelerating opening in education. Fourth, we will promote integration practice in all parts of Fujian. Every county of Fujian have close ties to Taiwan. We will give full play to the advantages of Hokkien-speaking areas like Quanzhou and Zhengzhou as main ancestral homes of Taiwan compatriots, build a World Hokkien Cultural Exchange Center, and carry out the practice of integrated development with Penghu. We will use the advantages of Fujian as Hakka ancestral land and hometown of Mazu, support Longyan to create new ways of cross-strait cultural exchanges, support Sanming to build a cross-strait and pilot integrated development, support Fujian to build a cross-strait biotechnology and a medical industry cooperation zone. Nanping to deepen cooperation with Taiwan in ecological, cultural, and tourism industries, and Ningde to expand cooperation in renewable energy and aquaculture. Fujian and Taiwan are geographically adjacent, with similar climate and popularity. We welcome more Taiwan compatriots to visit and take a look at Fujian to feel the real development of this place, to make people across the strait closer and closer. Thank you.
谢谢主持人。人民日报记者提问。
People's
福建
Daily.
省是台湾同胞的主要祖籍地。
Fujian
请问未
province is
来
the main
将为
ancestral
台
home
湾
of
同
Taiwan
胞来觅
compatriots.
求学、
So
就
in
业、
the
创业
future,
和
for
生活
Taiwan
提供哪些
compatriots'
便利，
work, life,
让
and
两岸一家
education
亲、闽
in
台亲向
Fujian,
亲的
what
氛
will
围越
the
来越
government
浓厚？谢谢。
provide for them, and what will you do to make them closer?
人民日报记者的提问。
Thank you for your question.
这是中央出台的意见，从尊重、关爱、
This
造福台胞出发，高度
circular
重视
is designed
完善支持台胞
to
来闽求学、就业、生
facilitate
活等方面的
their
政策安
access
排。
to
说就福
studies,
建而言
employment,
要采取
and living
更为有效、更
in
务实的措施
the Chinese
来
mainland.
落实。一
So
是在
more
支
concrete
持台胞
policies will
来
be
闽
taken
求学、研
first
学方面，
on supporting
目前福建
them to
已
pursue
经开
studies
放了
in
36
Fujian.
所高校。
Now in
对台
Fujian, we
招生。
have 36
福建
colleges
也是
open for
全国
enrollment.
唯一
Fujian
试
is
点
the
开展
only
高校单独
province
对台招
to
生
carry out
考试，
pilot
依据台
programs
湾统测成绩
to
招生的省份。
allow access
目
to
前在
Fujian's
福建就读的
universities
全日制台生占到了全国的1/6。
through
推动了
by
70 多
admitting
所高校
the
与台湾
scores of Taiwan's
110多所
college
高
entrance
校
exams.
签订合作协议，
Over 70
达成了200
colleges
多
in
个合作
Fujian
办
have
学项
signed
目，联合培
cooperation
养
agreements
技
with
术
over
技能人
110
才
Taiwanese
2.4
universities.
万多人。
There are over 200
根据意
collaborative
见，
programs
福建将
providing
进一步
training for
支持
over
台湾学生来
24,000
闽
people.
求学、研
Based
学，
on that,
是吧？特别
the,
是对台胞子
in
女
the circular,
在闽就
according to
读
the
实
circular, we will
行
continue
欢迎
to
就
support
读、一视同仁、
Taiwanese students to
就
pursue
近入学
studies
的政
and
策。
researchers in Fujian.
我是在福州，在厦门
And
时候
Taiwanese
听到
children of
台胞
Taiwanese
讲，
compatriots
往往
will
都
be
是
allowed access to schools
应该讲最好
in
的
their
小学。
close
我
neighborhoods
曾经在
and
福州
equal
一个小
treatment
学
provided for them. I
见
was
到
told
过
by
这个
Taiwanese
这个
compatriots
台湾同胞的子
once
女就读
that
在这个
they
方
are
面
allowed access to the
实行
best schools
这样的政
in
策，
their
要
neighborhood.
进一步支持福建高校和科研院所
We will continue to support
扩大招生台湾学生
universities
的
and
规模。
research institutes in
我也问
Fujian
了一些高校，
to enroll
今
more
年
Taiwanese
招收的
students,
数量都超过过去。
and
还要
enrollment
支
this
持
year
两岸高校
has far exceeded
开展高
those
水平
in
的合作
previous
办
years.
学，
We will
和
support
多元化的合作，
universities on both sides of the
建设
strait
一批两
to
岸
conduct
青少年
collaborative
的研学
programs
基地。
and diversify their
措施。
programs. For
二是
instance,
在支持
to
台胞来
establish
闽
a
就业
joint
方面，
research
目前福
base
建已经
for
直接
young
采
people from
认
both sides of the
台湾
strait.
地区的
Second, on
职业
employment,
资格45项，
now we have
累计吸引台青，
recognized 45 items of
我想也不仅
Taiwan's
是台青了，
vocational
还有一些
qualification.
其他年龄段的，包括
We
我们
have
在座谈会当中，
attracted
台湾的银发族
over 40,000
是吧？我们也愿意到大陆
Taiwanese
来
young
就业。
people
所来闽
for
实习的
internship
就业创业，
and
这就超过了
employment
4万人。
in Fujian.
在这个工作基础上，是吧？我们要进一步的支持在闽
To
的
build on
各
that,
类
we
企业，是吧？
need to
特别是
support
台企，
all types
要
of
聘用更多
companies
的
in Fujian,
台湾
especially
员工，
Taiwanese businesses, to
加大
employ more
在闽
Taiwanese.
职业学校，是吧？招聘
Vocational
教
schools
师
in
的
Fujian will
力
be
度，
encouraged
扩大
to
直接采认台湾
to
职业资
employ
格
more
范围，
Taiwanese
鼓励台
teachers.
湾地区的医师
We will expand
按
the
规
scope
定
of
在闽职业
recognition
逐
for
步扩大
vocational qualification
取
of
得国家
Taiwan
法律职业资
and
格的台
encourage
湾居民
doctors to
在
practice
闽
in
从
Fujian.
事律师
We
职业的职业
Will
范围
also
的措施，
encourage Taiwanese eligible for law
台
practice in
胞
the
台
mainland
青来
to
闽
practice
就
law in
业
Fujian.
提供更大的
All
空间
these will
和
be
更多的机会。
Measures to create
三
greater
是在
space
便利
for Taiwanese
台胞
to be
来闽生
employed
活方
and
面，
work in
福建
Fujian.
大力推
Third,
进落实
on living. We will provide equal treatment for Taiwanese compatriots and Taiwanese companies, strengthen capacity building and platform building, facilitate their access to pensions, medical insurance, provident funds, and basic housing, in order to give them a greater sense of happiness and security. And to build on that, we will roll out more measures to make it convenient for Taiwanese compatriots to live in Fujian. This is also highly popular. For instance, we are working to cancel their temporary residential permits and allow them access to permanent residence as they wish. We will increase the applicability of Taiwanese residential permit so that their permit will have equal access to services to the ID card of people in the Chinese mainland, so that under different circumstances, they are able to use their permits. We will give greater safeguards to Taiwanese in terms of medical access, employment, housing, elderly care, and social assistance. And in accordance with law, we will give them access to China's social safety net. Next question, please. In the 20th Party Congress report, the report contains contents of promoting cross-strait economic and cultural exchanges and cooperation and deepening cross-strait integrated development. What does this circular do to enable that?
Report to the 20th CPC National Congress proposed to continue to promote cross-strait economic and cultural exchanges and deepen cross-strait integrated development in various fields, supporting Fujian to explore a new way of cross-strait integrated development and build a demonstration zone. These are concrete measures to implement the decisions and arrangements of the 20th Party Congress. The biggest highlight of this circular is the goal of integration. It aims at providing institutional and policy support for the integration of Taiwan compatriots and enterprises in Fujian, promoting the integration of key areas such as Xiamen, Kinmen, Fuzhou, and Matsu, promoting the connectivity and integration between the two places. The circular proposes to support Fujian enterprises and Taiwan enterprises in Fujian to build enterprise cooperation associations, encourage Taiwan farmers and fishermen to participate in the integrated development of primary, secondary, and tertiary industries in rural Fujian, participate in rural revitalization, build a platform for the transformation of scientific and technological achievements in eco-environment across the Taiwan Strait, support Taiwan compatriots and enterprises to participate in the development of green energy, green economy, provide policy support for Taiwan compatriots so that they can share development opportunities. The circular state that Matsu and other folk beliefs should be brought into play as spiritual ties and various forms of folk communication activities should be carried out. Fujian should create more cultural industry cooperation platforms and encourage Taiwan compatriots working in this area to invest. A series of policies and measures such as pooling cultural and entertainment resources and building centers of cross-strait pop culture will help compatriots on both sides to jointly carry forward and inherit fine traditional Chinese culture. The circular proposes to support Taiwan compatriots to deeply participate in practical activities such as local community building and grassroots governance, supporting Taiwan compatriots to competing for honors and awards at all levels in accordance with state regulations. Encourage Taiwan compatriots to serve as arbitrators, mediators, people's jurors, supervisors, procuratorial liaison officers and to participate in improving the rule of law in Fujian. Encourage Taiwan compatriots to buy houses in Fujian. Improve the institutional guarantee for Taiwan compatriots' employment, medical treatment, housing, senior care services, and social assistance in Fujian. We will incorporate Taiwan compatriots in Fujian into the mainland social security system according to laws and regulations, expand their participation in Fujian society, and facilitate their life in Fujian. In addition, we have been promoting the integration of key areas such as the pair cities of Xiamen and Kinmen, Fuzhou and Matsu, and put forward relevant policies and measures to accelerate integrated development of the two pairs of cities. The implementation of this circular will provide for many Taiwan compatriots the best conditions and strongest guarantee for their work, study, and life in Fujian, so that they can invest, live, and work in the most familiar and friendly environment and enjoy the sense of participation, acquisition, happiness, security, and pride as masters of the province. Thank you, China Daily. Taiwan and Fujian share the same roots. My question is next, in terms of cultural and social exchanges and communications between young people, what are your measures and plans?
Thank you for your question. Indeed, the two regions share the same root and lineage. People-to-people, youth and cultural exchanges are vibrant, and the circular have built on that in rolling out more supportive policies. First, on expanding people-to-people exchanges, paying tribute to Mazu and chatting about their common lineage are the shared traditions of Fujian and Taiwanese people. There are 280 pairs of villages with the same name and same ancestry. Over 2,000 temples paying tribute to Mazu, Kaizhang Shengwang, Baosheng Dadi, and Guan Yu, which are folk religion, can trace their ancestral temple to Fujian. Fujian has continued hosting Straits Forum, among other exchange programs at the local level. We have also provided facilitation for compatriots from Taiwan to visit, pay homage to their ancestors, and renew familial bonds. Since the beginning of this year, there are over 20,000 compatriots coming to Fujian for the aforementioned purposes. In the circular, we propose to roll out measures supporting non-government organizations to carry out regular exchange programs and carry out route tracing programs. A compatriot told me that their family tree is exactly the same as the family tree in Quanzhou, so that we can conduct family tree alignment programs. All these are designed to facilitate exchanges. We will also encourage figures from the religious community to come to Fujian for short-term studies. Second, youth exchange programs. More and more young Taiwanese decided to come to the Chinese mainland for further studies or employment. We have carried out a series of programs, including Youth Festival, Youth Forum, and we have carried out baseball games, cycling matches, and art festivals so that more people can participate in and interact with each other. we are supporting young people in interacting more often and learn from each other. According to the circular, we will enable young people from both sides of the strait to harness their potential and create a better future. We will establish a regular exchange program and conduct sports programs on baseball or softball. These are distinctive programs. We will encourage more young Taiwanese to come to Fujian to pursue their dreams so that young people can forge a greater affinity. We have come to know a lot of young Taiwanese. Many of them have dedicated themselves to rural revitalization and helped revitalize those rural areas. And people in these rural areas also see these young Taiwanese as their own kids because they speak the same language. And this same language will enable them to forge closer bonds. And these young Taiwanese have worked very, very hard. Young people from the Chinese mainland can also learn from them. Third, cultural integration. During the Ming and Qing dynasties, a large number of Fujianese have relocated to Taiwan so that they share the same diet, traditions, and fashion. They also enjoy southern music and Gaojia opera. Many in the past, many Taiwanese soldiers in the Ming and Qing dynasty trace their origins to Quanzhou. We have also hosted Hakka Mid-Autumn Festival Gala and Hokkien music contest, among other academic and cultural exchange programs. All these are designed to further promote cultural integration. In the circular, we have advocated for greater efforts to carry forward traditional culture and traditional tradition. We will allow pilot programs to be carried out in Fujian, where Taiwanese are encouraged to set up TV broadcasting companies and to carry out collaborative TV programs. We will also encourage Taiwanese to apply for provincial level inheritors for intangible cultural heritage in Fujian, so that together we can protect cultural heritage. I think this is it has a huge potential where people from both sides of the strait can leverage their unique strength. I think that these three aspects and programs in the previous three aspects will be highly popular among young people. Thank you.
谢谢主持人。中评社记者提问：意见公布后受到两岸各界高度关注，请问如何切实推动意见落地见效？谢谢。
My question is on how to better implement the circular. Thank you.
谢谢中评社记者的提问。
Thank you for your question.
这份意见呢，是国家第一份
This circular is the very first that is dedicated to deepening cross-strait integration, and the key is on implementation. The Taiwan Work Office and the NDRC will deliver on the instructions of the CPC Central Committee and the State Council. We will work faithfully to ensure that we deliver it to the letter. We can do it on three fronts. First, improving implementation mechanism. The Taiwan Work Office and the NDRC will play a coordinating role, make plans and make improvements as needed. We will also promote implementation and assessment and adjustments, as well as stocktake. Other authorities will roll out policy measures to support the implementation of the circular. We will support Fujian in exploring new pathways and models to deepen integration. Fujian province has a primary role to play in establishing implementation mechanisms and ensure that creative measures will be taken to implement this circular. We will support Fujian in exploring establishing an experts committee on deepening integration in order to carry out policy research on integrated development. Second, legislative safeguards. We will give legislative support for building the demonstrative zone in Fujian on integrated development. With regard to adjustments needed to the existing laws and regulations, we will make adjustments as authorized by the NPC Standing Committee and the State Council. Third, fiscal support. The central fiscal authorities will support economic cooperation and people-to-people exchanges. The central budget will offer support mainly for major projects to deepen integrated development. This circular bears on different aspects, and it takes time and efforts for implementation. It also requires participation from both sides of the strait. The Taiwan Work Office and the NDRC will work with relevant departments and the Fujian province to make assessment, stocktake, promotion, and rollout of policy measures so that we will encourage other regions of the Chinese mainland to further integrated development with Taiwan and to build popular support for national reunification.
谢谢主持人。福建东南卫视记者提问：当前包括福建在内的大陆各地正加快建设现代化产业体系，产业发展和科技创新具有良好基础，有广阔发展空间。意见如何支持台胞台企参与闽台产业链、供应链、创新链融合？谢谢。
In the industrial and supply chain integration.
感谢你的提问。
Thank you for your question.
目前，大陆呢逐步发展形成了
The Chinese mainland has developed an industrial system encompassing a variety of categories with a high degree of competitiveness. For instance, on electronics, information, petrochemical, equipment manufacturing, and textile. We have also rolled out favorable policies that are equally applicable for competitive businesses from Taiwan. We have supported Taiwanese companies in participating in development in electronic, information, advanced equipment manufacturing, petrochemical, modern textile, new materials, new energy, and biopharmaceuticals. Going forward, we will act on the circular and take measures to support integrated development through joint research programs, collaborative branding, and market expansion, as well as capital cooperation. There are four aspects. First, industrial cooperation between Fujian and Taiwan. We will prioritize support for Gulei petrochemical base in Zhangzhou and cattle industrial cluster in becoming industrial bases that attract resources and has a degree of global competitiveness, so that we will enhance the resilience and safety and security of industrial and supply chains. Second, capital cooperation. We will establish integrated development fund, support the board for Taiwanese funded companies on the Strait Equity Trading Center to synergize with the National Equities Exchange and Quotations. We will encourage more eligible Taiwanese companies to be listed on the Chinese mainland. Third, we will facilitate the development of Taiwanese working in agricultural and fishing industries and MSMEs. We will encourage them by giving them facilitation in terms of land use, financing, market expansion. We will also give them support on services trade, future industries, and fashion design. Fourth, science and technology cooperation. We will encourage them to engage in joint R&D platform, encourage them or facilitate their digitalization. We will support Fuzhou and Xiamen in establishing platforms that will attract more talents and build an ecosystem that will facilitate industrial transformation. We hope that compatriots and businesses from Taiwan can join these programs, participate, and share the benefits of Chinese modernization and high-quality development, so that we can continue to expand the economy of the Chinese nation and also benefit themselves. Thank you very much. This is the end of the press conference. Thank you.
That's Chinese authorities briefing the media on the working guidance of the CPC Central Committee and the State Council to support Fujian province, and they discuss new ways to promote the integrated development between the Chinese mainland and Taiwan. You're watching The World Today. We'll be right back.